Welcome to my class. In this video, I shall be showing you how to solve a simple quadratic equation x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0 using the quadratic formula. So what is the quadratic formula? It is given as x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Some people call this particular formula the almighty formula. I'm yet to know why it is called that. However, please take note, you can use this particular formula to solve the quadratic equation above, x squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0. Now, this particular formula comes from the general quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Please take note, for you to use this formula, you must know what your a is, your b is, and your c. So, what is our a? Comparing this general quadratic equation to the equation we've been given to solve, you will notice that the coefficient of x squared is your a. And what's the coefficient of x squared? It is the number standing beside x squared, and in this case a is 1. What is the coefficient of your x? So the coefficient of x is your b, and your b is 5. So I'm going to write here b equals 5. Lastly, the coefficient, the constant term c happens to be 4, so I'm going to write c equals 4. Now, once you are done doing that, you can now come over to say x equals minus what b is. In this instance, your b is 5 plus or minus square root of what your b is all squared, which is 5 squared minus 4 times what your a is. Your a is 1. I'll put 1 here. Your c is 4. So that is what I'm going to have. I'll divide all these by 2a, and your a is 1. Okay, so let's move over here. Now, to continue the problem, I would simplify as follows. X will be equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared, which is 25, minus 4 times 1 times 4, giving you 16, all over 2 times 1, which is 2. Now, it continues as follows. Minus 5 retains its position, and then 25 minus 16 will give you 9. So I'll end up having 9 under the square root sign there, all over 2. So if you simplify further, you will end up having minus 5 plus or minus what the square root of 9 is. And the square root of 9 is 3 divided by 2. Now, I will come over here. This means that I will have minus 5 plus 3 all over 2. So you take minus 5 plus 3 all over 2, or my solution could be x equals minus 5 minus 3 all over 2. This is coming from the plus or minus you have here. So the plus part will be considered, and then the minus part will now be considered. So if you continue with solving the problem, you end up having x equals minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2 divided by 2, or x will be equal to minus 5 minus 3, which is minus 8 divided by 2. So the problem reduces to minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1, or x equals minus 8 over 2 gives us x as minus 4. Now, why do we end up having two possible solutions? It is because for a quadratic equation, there are two roots. Of course, looking at this, you will notice that the highest power of the quadratic equation is 2. So since the highest power of the quadratic equation is 2, it means that there are two possible solutions to the quadratic equation. In this instance, x equals minus 1 or x equals minus 4. Both of them will satisfy that quadratic equation. So you can actually test your result as follows. So let us test if what we did was correct. So I'll test with minus 1, and you test with minus 4, and drop your result in the comment section, or your comment in the comment section below. So let's see, to check whether x equals minus 1 is a correct solution. So wherever I find x, I'll end up putting minus 1. So I'll end up having minus 1 all squared plus 5 times what my x is, minus 1, plus 4. Let's see if this results in 0. So minus 1 squared will give me 1. Minus 1 times 5 will give me minus 5, and then plus 4. So this will give me 1 minus 5 is minus 4 plus 4, and minus 4 plus 4 is 0. So that shows that the solution x equals minus 1 satisfies the equation above. Now you test if x equals minus 4 satisfies the equation, and drop your comment in the comment section. Until some other time, please do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also endeavor to click the follow button you see above. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.